What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy, Chaos here. Something I've always questioned about Omega Ruby is the dialogue with Courtney. There's something odd about how she speaks. And many theorists have deduced that Courtney is a robot. And today, I'm picking up where they have left off to see if this claim is actually true. So sit back and relax as we enter the world of Pokemon. I will only be taking a look at the events of Pokemon Omega Ruby, as any other iteration of Courtney's character does not have the different speech patterns. We only find this in Omega Ruby, so I must rely solely on what we have learned from those games and examine why people believe that Courtney is a robot. As I alluded to earlier, Courtney displays a robotic text dialogue in Omega Ruby when speaking. This is often seen in her ellipses, or in the three dots that follow the dialogue, which indicate trailing off or silence. Ellipses can indicate unfinished thoughts, hesitation, or slight pauses in speech. Now, this is not merely enough to classify her as a robot, but there are some other personality traits with Courtney that lead to people thinking that she is a robot as well. Courtney shows little emotions besides her dedication to Maxie, where she seems like a child who's latching on to an adult figure. Many people think it's because she's programmed to work for Maxie. Take that as you will. She also says robotic words when addressing the character. Some examples would be, I want to engage, I want to analyze, target lock, commencing experiment. These terms come across as robotic because they are associated with something in a robotic system that they would be doing, such as locking onto a target with weaponry or performing experimental procedures and analyzations in a lab. Does this all add up to Courtney being a robot? My guess is no. Despite everything we have examined so far, Courtney shows some things that make me doubt that she could actually be a robot. First of all, Courtney cries at the end of the Delta episode when asking Maxie for forgiveness. While advanced AI has the potential to do this, I look at Courtney's attachment to Maxie. The relationship is important to Courtney, and we can see that in the dialogue. However, I will not discredit that extremely advanced AI could be capable of this feat. Courtney is someone with a high intelligence, and we know from the research in Bulbapedia that she was once a scientist. This could be understood in context as a robot designed to work in the field of science. However, this does humanize Courtney because she would have to make the decision to leave her scientific work and join Team Magma. But the point that is always brought up, whether talking about Courtney as a robot or not, comes down to her speech patterns. Rather than be a robot, Courtney has selective mutism, a disorder that is defined as a consistent failure to speak in social situations in which there is an expectation for speaking, despite being able to speak in other situations. This accounts for the broken up parts of speech because Courtney is trying to break past her social anxiety when speaking, which might explain why she uses robotic phrases such as what I explained earlier, because she is familiar with those terms being a scientist. If you notice, Courtney's dialogue is also fairly short. She really doesn't say that much. Her dialogue rarely goes past a sentence or two, which is broken up by her disorder. There are two bits of dialogue that are long, however. The first is at the Magma hideout, which gives the player a hint as to where to go next, and is somewhat broken up at every phrase. Now, this is not very helpful, but the other long piece of dialogue is helpful. At the Moss Deep Space Center in the Delta episode, Courtney is the one who explains the ultimate weapon of 3,000 years ago and the power that is inside the rocket at the Moss Deep, and she expresses her plan to ruin the world. In this bit of dialogue, Courtney seemingly breaks out of her typical speech pattern as she expresses passion in her plan to destroy the world without stuttering or pausing. I believe that it is here that Courtney bypasses her anxiety to showcase genuine human emotions of passion and revenge, which proves to me that she is not a robot. Well, that's all I have for this video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and share the channel with a friend if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Chaos, signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.